I think they had it for 2016 to do the whole project.
See,
I'm gonna have to write ACOG a letter saying I don't want
We have that
2016
letter.
funding, that now I want, then I have to go back and try to fight for 2017. And they
No, the
everybody
20
done.
the problem is
That
you got
money
5
doesn't roll.
miles of it's going to take 9 months to move all those utilities, and that is
We did a sound, we did, the environmental did a sound study.
here.
It
You
took
wrote your
forever.
letter. The problem is the ACOG funds are for 2015, which is now,
2015.
and the 2016 funds start next July. We will make that period of time. It's just getting those utilities and the number of utilities that there are out there moved is a monumental task.
But if I send this letter,
Yes.
which I don't really like it anyways because we are already in the middle of it, but if I send this letter,
Well, mark it up. I'll change it and bring it back.
we may not be funded for the rest of it. See, that's my problem. When we're dealing with CEDs, we can manipulate the money.
Right.
When you're dealing with ACOG, you've already fought for your money, and now if you send it back, now you have to go over here to the next meeting and fight for it again, and there's other people in line wanting that.
Yeah, but there is no way. I mean, there's no way to have the utilities cleared and all that in time to. I mean, even if it get 9 months, okay. At the end of that 9 months, when's that 9 months? In March. The moment I get that 9 months cleared and I submit that one day, I still got 90 days before I can be on a letting.
I understand.
And if I submit the plans prior to having all the utilities cleared, and I got some Joe Schmo out there in a utility dragging his feet, we're screwed. Because we've certified that the utilities were moved and we're on a utility plan.
Mm-hmm.
We're on a letting date.
But their money, it wouldn't have to go away if we left it the way it is. And as soon as it's ready to move, but as soon as we send a letter saying we don't want funding for 2016 to put it back in the pool,
Well, we don't want to put it back in the pool. We want to.
but that's what we have to do. That's my issues. I don't
But there's
wanna
no
lose
way.
the
There's
money.
no way. The problem that talking to Holly and them down there is there's no way. I mean, even though we know we need this money and there's no way to encumber that money and hold it. I mean, I don't. That would be the thing that I think we should try to look at maybe.
But we don't have a contract.
Yeah. See, that's the problem. Is how do you encumber that money to hold it? I mean, we're only talking a couple months, but the difference between June 31st and July 1 is what? It's a fiscal year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we could be ready July 5th, let's say if you're July 15th, but you're in 2016 and it's too late for the 2015 money.
We may or may not get funding whenever I send a letter saying, all right, we're not going to do it this year, go ahead and drop that money. You know what I mean? That's my issues.
My issue has been, is we've been on these guys
Isn't
for
that
the,
first mile ready?
yeah, the first mile, we're all we have to do is submit plans on it. And the utilities are all, other than the water line. That's the other issue is the water line, we've been back and forth. We're finally got them, everybody's happy, and we're happy with where they came up with their water line and where they're putting their water line, that we can do the first mile.
Okay, help me, refresh my memory. Maybe you don't know either because you got more projects too, but the ACOG portion, is there any way we can swap the ACOG portion for that first mile? Go ahead and start the first mile and then use CED money for the other 4?
Well, that's, yeah, we can probably get the first 2 miles done. I mean, but that's what,
With the ACOG money.
with the ACOG money.
Well, why don't we do that rather than take a chance on losing that money? I mean, it may get delayed years until we can re-argue. They may the board might just say, okay, hey, we see what's happening, let's do it. But if Oklahoma City wants to put in some more bicycle trails,
Yeah, but then they can bump their stuff. I mean, they can bump it up to this year and put it up. You know, that's really crappy. That bicycle.
at ACOG, where this money we're talking about is coming from, it's a weighted vote. Counties only have 3 votes. Oklahoma City, I think, has 90-something. They partner with Edmond or Norman. They control whatever. They control all the region's money.
Yeah, it's a definite. It's a unbalanced.
But they've never been.
Well, they've been fair in a lot of stuff, but it's, you know, when 90% of the money goes to them.
The big boys show up and they have that match money.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you have a question about it, Marvin? This is the guy to talk to.
Not right now. No.
I mean, if you want, one of the things I'd like to do with you is maybe have you come to our office, and then we can go through the 5-year plan with you, go through the projects, bring you down to, so you all can go through these things.
Who are you representing?
I'm Mehlburger Brawley. I'm your county engineer. I'm your engineer.
He's the one doing Coltrane.
Okay.
I represent the county for you all.
You're a county employee or you're a contractor?
I'm a contractor.
Okay.
You've hired me to do your engineering, and I keep your 5-year plans. I do. If you need bridge stuff, we do your bridge inspection as well. You're going to replace a bridge. You're going to do a force account. You need to know what type of beams and stuff to use. We give you all that stuff.
Do you think we ought to maybe have a meeting with Holly and I guess Carol? Or you could come if you wanted to, and see if there is, and maybe we can even get ODOT and see if there's an alternative to taking a chance on losing that money. If it's flipping the project money back and forth, so be it.
Okay, so
If you're ready in that first mile this year.
the only thing that we have to do is we can the only thing that's left to do in that first mile is move the water line,
Mm-hmm.
and they can have that water line moved within 90 days.
I took a motor grader down there. We can get that thing moved quicker.
Well, we're also going to need you to start clearing some right of way for some of these utilities, bulldozing some of these trees down. But that's the only thing we can. If it's those 5 parcels are in condemnation, then I will issue notice to proceed on all these utilities. All the gas companies, they're ready to move, and it's just water and foam.
So then we need to redo this letter. Right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But we need to know how you want to redo that letter and what steps you want to take. This was our attempt to,
Appease.
you know.
And I was telling him earlier, I've been dragging my feet on the letter. I don't want to write that letter.
Well,
I don't want to be attacked for it politically, that I don't want to do that project this year, because that's not the case. But
no, it's not that we don't want to do that project. It's the fact is, things have taken longer, or there have been delays that happen in all projects. Utility, the right of way has been the biggest issue. Is just getting that.
once we got started, though, they're doing a pretty good job.
Yeah.
I mean, we're down to what,
Well,
5?
Yeah, but you know those 5. You know.
I mean, that's the ones we had the eminent domain was 5.
Yeah. Out of, was it 96?
94.
94. Did you have to do my favorite person?
Which one?
You know, the one that called, and because she owned those 3 properties.
I think I got the man.
I got the lady. Oh, she was so beautiful.
Yeah, he was about like that. No, I think they're fine.
And I think they were just.
In the first mile.
Oh, we still got 12 minutes.
What are you doing, Michael?
Hey, Jeffrey!
How are you doing, sir?
Good. We're making some copies of that bridge we closed.
Okay, give it to Josh.
40. Okay.
Josh will be the.
I didn't realize you guys, I guess I should have looked at the agenda to remember that you guys were gonna be here. I forgot about that.
Well,
But
see, now, I was
We've
told
got a
Michael
copy.
did all that flip-flopping around on that
You
project.
can always email or fax that to me.
it'll be something.
So he can bump his project up ahead of it.
What?
That Coltrane project, you were the one at that meeting representing the county, and you just let him, you bumped your project up ahead.
Which was his project?
Which ones you put in front of Coltrane?
There's nothing in front of Coltrane.
No, Coltrane is number one. There's nothing in front of Coltrane. Luther is quick in coming.
So it's the engineering being done on Luther.
Yeah, engineering's being done on Luther.
Yeah.
Why don't we put that engineering off and do Coltrane, use that for a match on Coltrane?
What, the 10 feet that you could pay for the match on the engineering?
What is it? I forgot. How much is it? I don't have it in front of me. Do you remember how much?
What did it go up to?
It was total, I think it was like 500,000 for the entire 6 miles.
6 miles, but it's been reduced to 5 miles now.
Yeah, but we're still engineering 6 miles.
Okay.
That's,
Can Donnie put
That's
it?
what the contract costs.
Can Donnie get any money?
can Donnie get any money? It,
Sometimes he works better with other people than he does with.
According to my remembrance on that, see.
is there any way to pull the money and encumber that money and put it into like an ETR? I mean, that money, they know that money's going to be used. Is there a way to encumber the money
From
ACOG and just put it into, encumber it because it's going on that project, and then, the 4 or 5, 6 months that it needs, then it's not like it's not going to be used. Encumber it on the damn project.
Well, why don't we try to put together a meeting with all the principals and
I mean, because we're
All we
talking.
can do is ask.
The only thing we're talking about is the fiscal year 2015 started July 1st, ends June 31st. We're talking, and the fiscal year and we're only talking, look, probably August, September. We're not talking.
My understanding is that they were gonna put that off to 16.
Well, 16
Because
starts.
of the right-of-way acquisition.
But 16
You don't
start-
have right-of-way.
we do have right of way.
It's in condemnation.
We have all but 5, and we have eminent domain filed on the 5, so you can start construction.
Well, we have to get utilities moved. That's the next part.
You gotta get all, my understanding, you gotta get all the right-of-way before you can put out the order for.
We have all the
They have all the right.
We have
I
all
just
the
was
right.
informed that all the right of way had gone to condemnation and everything. I will issue notice of proceeds tomorrow.
When you do the eminent domain on these
Yeah, I
5,
understand.
once you file that, once RDA files it, you can start construction. You're not.
Oh, I did.
Well, we're not. The construction's not going to start, but we're going to start. The utilities can start to be moved.
You're not, the government isn't arguing whether it has that land or not. It's only gonna be negotiating over how much it's gonna pay for it at this point.
Yeah, they already got it.
owns
now.
that land.
They own it now. They've eminent domained it. It's too bad you're toast.
Now, I would not support what they did down in Bricktown for the bass.
Well, that's not eminent domain. That is perversion of the eminent domain.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, what you're doing eminent domain for is to put a frickin' road in for public access. That is for it to go back to the public for them to be used.
That you and I both agree could have been done in 66 foot.
No,
They're
a lot of
now
those.
66 foot.
Yeah, but a lot of that we couldn't do in 66 foot because some of those places we had to raise grade in a lot of that area just to get drainage structures in to properly drain this thing because there was nothing. And if we put something in there and don't properly drain it, what happens to the road? All that effort goes to crap. If we don't control water, you're wasting your time. That's my biggest deal is controlling that water. And you control it as best you can because Mother Nature has its
Yeah, that's the problem with mankind right there trying to control water.
I am putting some caveats on controlling the water issue.
All right, do you want to put together a meeting or shall I?
If you will put together a meeting, because it'll go better if you're requesting all the players get together.
True.
Marvin, would you like to be in that meeting?
Like to be there, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is far better when you, because Holly will, be more receptive to you. Not saying that she's not receptive to me, and I love Holly to death, but she's still going to ask that, is this what you want? And we'll call you.
I understand.
But my understanding was it was
Right.
16, fiscal year 16.
Well, fiscal 16 starts July.
Yeah, July.
Yeah. And
Okay.
if we need the money in September, you're only talking 3 months. We're not, we're talking a year from now, but that's the fiscal year, which I cannot stand that the feds are October, the state is July, and,
Plum nuts, isn't it?
it's like, can we not all be on the same freaking fiscal year? But July
That'd be
1st.
reasonable, practical, and logical, and government doesn't work that way.
I know. That's. But the fact is, why they pick July 1st for the fiscal year is because they end their legislative session, May 31st?
Yeah.
And so it gives them a month to get all the shit together. And so July 1st was when they said all the new shit goes into play.
Okay. Now here Congress didn't give us any more road money. Are we going to start shutting?
They did a 10-month, $10 billion deal.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay, I saw the wrong news report.
When?
I thought it was this weekend.
No, I saw something last.
Before they left, that they didn't take any action on roads and bridge construction.
There was an extension, 10-month, $10 billion.
Well, it must have been before that then. And all I'm saying is the permanent one. You're just saying.
Oh, it's just a
new one. I guess
Nope.
it was a new one that they didn't pass.
They didn't pass a new one, but they did a 10-month, $10 billion extension that funded all the projects that were currently in the pipeline.
I got you. Okay,
But
good.
they're not going to do anything until after, until 2018.
After 2018, yeah,
Because
it would be not politically,
no one's going to do anything.
yeah.
And they've got to figure something out because they can't keep doing these extensions because that doesn't help the.
3 minutes.
Where's Monty? He's going to be late.
No,
He's right in there.
just John.
All right, so
We'll put that on hold.
you don't have it on the agenda anyway.
It should be on the agenda.
It's not on the agenda. It's not on the agenda.
But I think you had to sign that.
Yeah.
The 5-year plan's on the agenda?
No.
Invoice on the agenda? Well,
Guardrail.
we still need to talk about the 5-year plan.
Well, I guess you can do it under citizens' desire to be heard.
Well, this is old business.
We
We've
don't
had.
have old business on here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't put old and new business on there. It's,
Damn Troy! I can't believe her.
I think we do that because.
She didn't hear me.
It's really legal. I think that's what I had into that.
I wanted to see what her reaction was. She didn't say
What
anything.
we found over the years is, and old business hadn't been on in a long time, because old business needs to be itemized anyway. But the new business, the board would have a tendency to go to places that isn't new business.
Well, I just need. This is not an actual item. This is not anything. I need you all. This is the last time we need you all to refer or review your 5-year plan, so we can any final corrections to your 5-year plan. We can get that on the. We can get you all taken care of.
You can do that individually after the meeting, and then we can have an agenda item for the 15th.
That's what that's.
Yep.
But if we are successful in changing this the way we want it, then that'll throw that off.
No, because this is just your CVRI account.
Okay.
This is not the CIRB or ACOG. Because no money from your your 103 account will come out of here.
Well, on the ACOG CIRB for a match.
Right. And this has,
And the CIRB was gonna do the first mile and go as far north.
well, we've already swapped it. The CIRB money has already gone to 2016.
Morning.
Well, then this has to go to 2016 because
Yeah.
we don't have a match
Right.
unless Donnie has enough money to bring it back. I don't care what end we start at.
Well, yeah, we can bring them, yeah.
I mean, in my mind, I've always started on the south and went north, but I don't care. We can start in the middle and go both ways.
Whatever makes the boat float.
But that first mile is gonna be the best mile because that first 2 miles, I can get the first 2 miles done.
All right.
What you up to, Money?
Same old thing, what do you know?
Did Ryan get you your answer?
Let's call this meeting to order.
Remember.